voters should not believe EU politicians and their rejoiner supporters who are trying to blame Brexit for the fuel crisis and lorry driver shortage in Britain, a senior Treasury minister has warned. In his first interview since taking the Chief Secretary to the Treasury job in the reshuffle, Simon Clarke, Rishi Sunak's deputy, told that the fundamentals are there for Britain to succeed and deliver Mr Johnson's levelling up agenda. But more than that, the Red Wall MP believes that Brexit has handed the UK the chance to have an executing future and exceed expectations with the post-COVID recovery. I think it is a cop-out to say it is about Brexit. The real story of Brexit, I think, already is the opportunities it has unlocked. From the vaccines program, which simply would not have happened at the pace that it did had we not been a member of the EU, to things like the Freeport program, which will make a big difference in areas like mine. The reality is that the HGV sector as a whole has an older age profile and there is a shortage of new entrants which dates back well beyond recent months. This is a structural challenge exacerbated by COVID as well. There is no going back from the fact that we have got to put an end to the reliance on cheaper foreign labor, which is exactly why people voted to leave the EU. We need to work in the context that this is a problem we need to fix at home. The minister is currently conducting a major multi-year spending review, the first since the election, due to be unveiled with the budget in the autumn. It involves dozens of meetings with department ministers each week, with each one asked to read a "keep calm and carry on" sign before entering his office for difficult talks to make tough decisions. Mr. Clarke said, "This is the first opportunity to reset after the height of the pandemic and to get back to that core mission we were elected to deliver. It has been the most extraordinary period of most of our lives, and there is no getting away from the fact that we have spent £400 billion responding to the COVID crisis and making sure not just the health service is properly supported but families and communities and businesses are supported at that time. That has come at a massive cost to the exchequer and that is very serious," but he went on. "The upside obviously is we are in a situation where, thanks to the vaccine program, we really are in a situation where we can move forward. The employment situation is genuinely very strong. There are more than 1 million vacancies in the employment market. Unemployment has fallen 7 months in a row. I feel pretty optimistic we are in a position where the next few years are going to be very exciting. There is going to be a chance to exceed expectations and get the country to feel very good about itself. The fundamentals are right." He insisted that despite the recent national insurance hike to pay for care and NHS backlogs, that the party is absolutely still the party of low tax. He said, "In the end, one of the reasons I am a conservative is because I believe people know instinctively how better to spend their money on their priorities more than the government does. We all hope the economy will grow and grow robustly. As it does, reducing the burden of tax on everyone ought to be a key priority. I know it is something the Chancellor shares, that we are fundamentally committed to making sure the burden of tax as the situation improves goes down." When he became MP for Middlesbrough and South and East Cleveland in 2017, Mr. Clarke became one of the new generation of Red Wall Tory MPs and said that the levelling up agenda is close to his heart as a native Teessider. He said that each department has to set out how it will deliver levelling up in areas like this in the northeast which have previously been left behind. Explaining what he means by levelling up, the minister said, "It is about making sure the economy of the North and Midlands grows at a faster rate than we have seen before, and we don't have growth so heavily skewed to London and the South East. Much more than that, I think it is about the human potential of areas like mine. Life chances have to change as well. It is not purely an economic question, it is about health services and the education system." Already, though, he believes people in the northeast are walking an inch higher because of the investment, jobs and new industries which have come into the region. What an area like Teesside wants to see is that we are listened to, and fundamentally the last Labour government, although so many of its leading figures came from Teesside, Blair was Sedgefield, Milburn was Darlington, Mandelson was Hartlepool, Mowlam was Redcar, they didn't listen. Brexit was the moment that crystallised. Our voice wants to be heard on social and cultural issues, but it is about opportunity. Getting those jobs. Well-paid, highly skilled jobs which Teesside used to enjoy when we had fantastic success with chemicals, steel engineering. The Teesside of my parents' generation.